just Facebook, Flickr, WordPress, LinkedIn. It's an attitude. A company has to want to adopt social media as a strategy. And it has to come from the top of that company. It's no point, you can't just dip your toe in this. You have to go full-fledged on this. And once you create the community, you have to listen to what they're saying. And again, this is where a lot of companies fail. One of the classic examples, again, let's take Twitter, is a company that constantly sends out messages. They're sending all this information out. It's actually brilliant, fantastic. But then someone replies to them. They don't want to hear. They don't want to reply. Very good example of this, EasyJet. EasyJet on Twitter, which is EasyJet Care, will send out messages on a daily basis. They'll say things like, oh, we've got a problem at Gatwick because of ice on the runway. You actually send them a Twitter and say, actually, there's no problem at Gatwick anymore, or can you tell me why all the flights are suspended at Luton all of a sudden? You won't get a reply. Simple as that. And that's a big consumer-facing organisation, that they don't adopt social media in the way that customers want it to be adopted. It's important that it's integrated into your business. As I said, I don't believe there's such a thing called an internet communication strategy. I think it is just a communication strategy. So social media has to be part of that overall strategy. It has to fit in with, let's say, for example, you publish a newspaper or a company magazine. You need to ensure that the content you're putting in there is also in your magazine or in your Twitter feeds. It's very important that the two of them move together. And it's not a lottery. It's not, let's invest £1 million on social lottery, and hey, guess what? We might get £10 million worth of revenue. It has to be thought out. Why are you trying to move into the social media world? Why is that an important communication medium for you? And what are the returns you hope to get? You also have to be able to monitor every single thing that you put into your strategy. And finally, I've said this before, content is king. Doesn't matter how good you are. You could employ 50 people to work on your communication strategy. But if you're bringing them back to your business, and let's say, for example, your business is an online shoe shop, if your content is rubbish, people are going to stay on your site for seconds. And they're going to bounce off and they're not going to come back. Analyse, adapt and improve. Very simple business model. It's looking at your results, looking at what the trends are in the market, adapting what you're doing as a strategy and improving. And that's a continuous circle. It's very important that companies get the analyse and adapt bit. Because very few of them actually think of, actually, look at the results. Okay, we just ignore it when we move on. So, let's go to Twitter. This is an example of our Twitter feed. This is the easily domained Twitter feed. Why do we use Twitter? Because we can communicate messages instantly. If for some reason we have a problem, if for some reason we lose one of our web servers, power outage in the data centre, we can communicate straight away with our customers. This customer, we're experiencing a problem with this server, you may not be able to access some of your services, we're working on it. Even better is if you humanise it. Okay, Mr. Customer, we've got a problem, but Francois at the data centre now. Humanise that brand. They actually feel, hang on a minute, someone's actually on top of this. We can send and receive. Top on there. Sharply served. Send us a message. Going back to that EasyJet thing. Even if you acknowledge the message, that customer feels great, but also all these other customers, all the ones who are reading this, think, oh, hang on, there is somebody there. They're human. Currently, there's no cost in Twitter. There's no cost in sending messages. Now, over time, there will be. Absolutely guaranteed there will be. Either be that, or the model you adopt as the free model will be littered with adverts. Simple as that. There's no way a product like this will continue as a free space. And I think the same with Facebook as well. Although, as you see, Facebook, you're starting to see more and more ads creeping down that right-hand side. It's an immediate customer touch point. Again, if we want to actually get the something to a customer, we want to find out some feedback on a customer, we can send a message out immediately to all of our customers who are on Twitter. Say, guys, what do we think about eco-friendly hosting? Would you be willing to pay £1 a month extra for that? And we get feedback straight away. It's transparent. We're not hiding anything here. So if Sharpie Surf comes back and says, actually, these domains, no, I was being condescending. I think you're rubbish. Everybody else can see it. It's transparent. And that, again, is a good thing. You can't hide it. It's about educating your customers. And again, this is part of the strategy. What do you want your customers to know about you and your products? Domain forwarding. We're telling them how you can set up domain forwarding. Simple link takes them to it. If you want to know about it, click on it. If you don't have to. It's about monitoring our competitors and then monitoring us. We follow all of our competitors on Twitter and they follow us. It's very transparent, sensible thing. But we can actually then see very, very easily, hang on a minute, what are our competitors doing? Well, that's just a quick check. Oh, that's interesting. We should adopt that. And it's about pyramid communication. Now, pyramid used to be a very bad word. Pyramid selling. I sell to you, you sell to these two sell to those three sell to those five. Pyramid selling is very, very bad because there never used to be a product. Pyramid communication is very good. So I tell you one thing, you tell two people, those two tell four, those four tell eight, and so on and so forth. That is the great thing about Twitter. We've got, let's say, 3,000 followers. Those 3,000 followers follow 12,000 people. So all they need to do is resend on our message, and all of a sudden we've got our message out to 12,000 people. So where is Twitter going? Good work.